used to love praying with like little kids. You know, like just like how they look at you, they just smile and they give you these big hugs and kisses. But yeah, it might, yeah.
And not to miss it. because I can't quite hear both of you. We'll start right from the beginning and go in order.
Oh, all the songs?
Just the whole service. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, I've just been so busy lately.
Yeah. So you just keep going in order. And you just, every page you just go just this way.
And who's introducing what page?
So we'll go, why don't we start with you and we'll just go in order and then we'll come back to you and we'll go in order. I know. So
Doesn't tell us which,
I'm sorry, what?
doesn't say like, please join us in what page.
So this one, we just start singing. But here, the page is right there.
13.
So you just say, please join me for Shir Adonai. Please join us. So my name is, please join us. And so you just look at the prayer. If you're doing Lachadodi, please join us in Lachadodi on page 20. You've worked from here though before, right?
Yeah.
You've sung from here? Okay.
Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing. Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing. Come let us sing, come let us sing, come let us sing. Havana Shira, come let us sing, come let us sing, come let us sing. Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing. Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing. Come let us sing, come let us sing, come let us sing. Havana Shira, come let us sing. Come let us sing, come let us sing, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing. Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing.
Well, let us sing indeed Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We have a special treat this particular Shabbat. It is invited to us in our service to take the words of our tradition. And we have all kinds of questions about, well, okay, these are words that might be meaningful, but how do we remember to keep them meaningful to us? They're words that any generation of thousands of years could have let go and said, that was nice, but we're gonna move on to something else, right? Those Netflix shows that have just kind of fallen further down in the queue, right? But there's something about our tradition that has allowed us to stay inspired and reminded us generation after generation that these are things that light our hearts, that awaken us to things that we love in our world. And right there in our tradition is the invitation, the reminder of how. It says, take these things and teach them to your children. And let your children bring those words to life. And so this evening we have that treat. We have a group of our kids who are going to take these same words that have been offered for thousands of years and place them in their hearts, sing them, and allow us to hear them in new ways. And so I want to say a special thank you to our youth choir for singing. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we could do that. It's all right. The service has not formally started yet, so we could, we got all our clapping in now, right? We're good? All right. So for those of us who are are familiar. So sometimes when we're moved during a service, instead of clapping, we'll offer our hands up like this. But I always feel like I want to clap. So thanks for getting the clapping out. That is out of the awesomeness of what you guys are going to do. Do you know actually that awesome is a Jewish word? Another time I'll tell you why. Okay, so thank you to our youth choir. And I want to just offer a special welcome to everyone who's joining us online, on Facebook and on YouTube, as well as on tilb.org, where there's a higher quality live stream and where for our Misha Berach prayer and our memorial prayer, you'll be able to offer the names of those you're thinking of in the chat. But at this time, I want to invite you to go into the chat on whatever platform you're on and just welcome one another. Say Shabbat Shalom to one another. We share this day and this moment of Shabbat from wherever we join this evening. I want to also offer a special thank you to David York for leading with us. It is, I'm into that. For being a part of this leadership team and for being and leading with us, David, thank you. Thank you. And a note about our community and the way that we take note of all of the different needs in our community, and one of those is security. And so I want to note that we have a robust security system at Temple Israel, and most of the security measures are hopefully things that most of us don't even notice, and that is intentional. But there are a couple of things that I've been asked to share with all of us each service, and one is that we have 3 exits in our sanctuary, 2 in the back and 1 in the front here. And the 2 exits on this side lead directly outside. But I think perhaps the most important thing to know about these exits is that these 2 exits lead to the restrooms. Very important. Okay. Well, I want to invite us to continue hearing these new words from our young people in our community. There is something powerful to hearing them in a new voice, and so even in the words of our tradition, they invited us to make them anew each and every Shabbat. And so we're going to sing the words of Shir Chadash. You'll find these words on page 13 of our prayer books.
Shir Adonai, Shir Shir Hadash. Shiru Shir Adonai, Kol Haaretz. Shiru Shir Adonai, Baruch Hu Shemo. Basru Miyom Le'yom, Yeshuato. Unto God, sing a song. Let the whole world sing along. Raise your voice, let the whole world rejoice. We're all just singing a new song. Shir Adonai, Shir Shir Hadash. Shir Adonai, Kol Haaretz. Shiru Adonai, Baruch Hu Shemo. Basru Miyom Le'yom, Yeshuato. Unto God, sing a song. Let the whole world sing along. Raise your voice, let the whole world rejoice. We're all just singing a new song. My name is Alma. Please join us on Lehadodi on page 20. Lehadodi, Likra Kala, Family Shabbat, Nekabel.
שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה.
Shabbat nekabela lehadodi likakala Penei Shabbat nekabela
Hitoreri, Kiva orech kumi ori, Uri shidaberi, Kavod Adonai alaich nigla, Lecha dodi
likakala Penei Shabbat nekabela lehadodi likakala Penei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise to face the door to welcome the Sabbath bride.
Oive shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha ubsohola, torchemu neam segula, boi chala, boi chala.
Before everyone is seated, I know that 13 is the age of adulthood in our Jewish community, although in our American community, 18 is the age of adulthood. And so I want to invite, if there's anyone who is 18 or older, or even a kid at heart, I want to invite us to light our Shabbat candles together, to give that special honor to our kids this evening as we are celebrating their voices especially. And so if you are a kid in body or at heart, come on up. Let's light the candles together. For the rest of the congregation, I invite us to please be seated.
My name is Mattingly, and please join us on page 28 for the Baruch Hu, and please rise.
Please join us for the Ahavat Olam on page 32. Ahavat Olam, Beit Israel, Ahavat Torah u'mitzvot, Chiyuv mishpatim,
join us on page 34 for the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael,
Adonai
Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated.
Please join us on page 36 for the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Elohim mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'divarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlevtecha v'aderech geha ukumecha ukshotam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotefot b'neinecha uvtamtam al mitzvot beitecha u'yisharecha l'nam tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai k'ditem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher tzeitzivtem me'eretz Mitzrayim le'yivachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
Please join us on page 40 for the Mi Chamocha.
Malchutecha ra'u banecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze'elianu ve'amaru ze'elianu ve'amaru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed.
Please join us for the Hashkivenu on page 42 and 43.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkiveinu, Shalom, Ve'amideinu, Shomreinu Ve'chaim, Ufros Aleinu, Sukkot HaMecha, Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkiveinu, Shalom, Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkiveinu, Shalom, Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu,
Shelter from life's storms.
And understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Please join us for the Vishamru on page 44, and don't forget to jump whenever we say et. Vishamru, Shabbat, La'asau, Shabbat, Later to Meritola, Vishamru. Please join us for the Amidah on page 46, and please rise.
titach. Ukira Tefila Techa. Adonai. Satai titach. Ukira Tefila Techa. Baruch atah Adonai. Eloheinu. V'Eloheinu Avotenu v'Imateinu. Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Israel, Elohei Yudah, Elohei Noah, Elohei Miriam. Baruch HaKadosh, Baruch HaMelech, Elohei Yom, Anem Azurim Tovim.
Please continue silently with the words in your siddur or the words in your heart, and we will gather together in song with a peace song in just a few moments. You may have a seat when you are finished with your prayers.
Peace across the mighty waters, peace to all your sons and daughters.
Write it in a rainbow across the sky. Peace across the thunderous mountains, peace through lines and walls and bastions. Write it in a rainbow across the sky. And we will not wait for change. to come around. Peace through morning's yellow rays, and peace at evening's purple haze. Write it in a rainbow across the sky. Peace throughout your holy lands, and peace to those who understand. Write it in a rainbow across the sky. And we will not wait for change. And we will not wait for change. And we will not wait for change to come around. Peace through politics and isms, peace to all of those imprisoned. Write it in a rainbow across the sky. Find it in your righteous stories. Don't be fooled by dreams of glory. Write it in a rainbow across the sky. And we will not wait for change. And we will not wait for change. And we will not wait for change to come around.
We have a tradition at Temple Israel, and that is on the very first Shabbat of every month, we take a moment to celebrate all of the birthdays, anniversaries, anything that any one of us might be celebrating, and that includes everyone joining online. And so if you're joining online and you have a birthday this month, an anniversary this month, or even just a major milestone of any kind, and it happens in this month, place it in the chat, and we'll announce it to everyone. We know that one of the ways to celebrate is to be together as a community. It's a unique feature of gathering that when we are together and it's a difficult time, it makes that feeling of sorrow and hurt, it makes it lessen. But when we're together and it's a time of celebration, it actually adds to the celebration. It's the opposite. And so we want to add to that celebration. So if you have a birthday this month, if you have an anniversary this month, or anything specific to celebrate in the month of June, I want to invite you to share it out loud. You can either raise your hand or kind of go like this, and I'll, yeah.
A birthday and an anniversary, 63 years of marriage.
63 years of marriage, yeah. See, I even did it, yeah. Mazel tov. Yeah, Ruth.
I had a birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday yesterday, yeah. Ruth, Jerry.
June 21st, I'll be 69.
All right. Happy birthday, happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. Yeah, Hannah.
We have on June 17th our 50th wedding anniversary.
Hey, all right. I'm going to look in the chat. So we have some well wishes, some Shabbat Shaloms, but none. Yeah, Miles. End of school. Spoken like a true.
Are we divided on this?
The parents, for those who can't hear online, yes, Cantor is wondering whether the parents are divided on whether it's a good thing or a bad thing that school is ending. Yeah, Jay.
Well, this year I finished my 24th year teaching here.
Your 24th year teaching at our Torah Center. Well, let's celebrate this moment together. Let's sing together. I think first we can sing Yom Huledet. Okay, all right.
Yom Huledet Sameach, woo! Yom Huledet Sameach, woo! Yom Huledet Sameach, woo! Yom Huledet Sameach, woo!
Do we want
In English? For those, okay.
Should we do it in English? David, I hope you'll forgive this joke. David, can you translate that into English? Okay, all right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everyone whose birthday's in June. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Amen.
Well, there is a power to being together. And I actually think that that's why, as media has grown, it's instead of found new ways of taking one voice and broadcasting that more widely, that our media has grown to a place where we can broadcast more voices to more of us. And that's because there is a power to being with one another. And sometimes that's a power of lifting up celebration, and sometimes that's simply a power of finding strength. We know that all of us come here with different needs in mind. Some of us simply are ready for a rest at the end of the week. Others are here to celebrate a life cycle or milestone moment in our lives, and still others are here because simply we need that strength. We might be offering support to someone who we love, or we ourselves might be in need of healing, and so I want to invite us to turn our thoughts to those now who are in need of that healing. Healing of body or mind, spirit or soul. If you're joining us online, please feel free to share the names of those that you're thinking of in the chat at this time. And we are deliberate in our handouts. If you had a chance to get a yellow handout, if you didn't, they're just outside of our door. Inside, you'll find the names listed under the Mishaberach, and these are those in our community who are in need of healing. We're deliberate in putting these here so that if you see the name of someone that you know, someone that is close to you, or even someone that you haven't talked to in a little while, but you might be able to reach out to them to do so. That's part of the healing that we pray for this evening. We additionally think of those who have come recently onto our Mishaberach list, and so our hearts are with Joe Lissack, Deborah Moser, Sherry Sanaga, Adrian Bard, Kim Botwin, Emily McGilnick, Hank Moyer, Michelle Patton, Jacqueline Lily Sinowitz, and Sima Swearingen. If you are here and thinking of someone in particular, I'd like to invite you to share their name out loud as my eyes meet yours. We additionally think of Don Critchlow, Chaya Gruen, and Odette, Ruth Blanche, Nadine Picar, Ron Picar, and Margie Champion. I'd like to invite all of us to turn to page 253, sing these words together.
Marion Martin. Mishaberach avotenu mekor habracha leimod ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We continue now with the words of Aleinu on page 282. I'd like to invite us to please rise in body or in spirit.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishbechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, Va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz hayom hahu. Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Next time we'll switch.
Please be seated. We know that our lives are touched by people who come into our lives, enter our lives, and change them. And perhaps there is no greater question than the question of death, in that we don't understand it and we don't know why it happens, but we do know that it brings with it a tremendous pain. Just as we come together to lift up the light in our lives, so too do we gather together for comfort. There are times where we simply need to be with one another, to remember those lost many years ago at this time, or perhaps in recent days as well. And so, as we turn towards our Mortar's Kaddish, I invite us to be together, not just in page, in words, but in spirit, as we offer love and comfort to one another. If you are joining us online, I'd like to invite you to share the names of those that you are thinking of in the chat at this time. For all of us, I invite our hearts to turn to those near as we remember Amy Sachs, and our hearts go out to Joanne and Jerry Levy. This Shabbat, we additionally mark the yahrzeit, the anniversary of the death of Albert Al-Kulumre, Sarah Benjamin, Elaine Benenfield, Phyllis Bowman, Betty Burney, Evelyn Cameron, Eileen Condon, Sam Corman, Chloe Freed, Morton Friedenthal, Lloyd Fromm, Madeline Heft, Richard Jones, Stanley Kaplan, Alexander Leff, Matthew Locks, Daniel Love, Barry Lunt, Abe Olinsky, Minnie Saylor, Lorraine Sochus, Robin Wallace, and Ephraim Zimmerman. If you are thinking of someone in particular this Shabbat, you'd like to share their name out loud, I'd like to invite you to do so as my eyes meet yours. I'd like to invite all of us now to turn to the words on page 294. Page 294 as we offer the words of the Mourner's Kaddish as one. Please rise in body or in spirit. Yitgadal, Yitgadash Shemeraba, V'alma Divarach Urute, V'amlich Malchute, V'chayechon, V'yomechon, Uvchaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'gala Avisman Kari Vimru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Omeil Maya, Yit Barach, V'ishtabach, V'it Pa'ar, V'it Ramam, V'it Naseh, V'ita Dar, V'ita Le, V'ita Lal, Shemei Dekudisha Barichu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbachata V'nachamata, Damiran Be'alma V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Alinu V'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Osei Shalom B'mramav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Alinu V'al Kol Yisrael, V'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, V'imru, Amen. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories always be a blessing. I invite us together to say, Amen. Please be seated. I'd like to invite up a member of our board of directors, Justin Perlman, to offer some of the goings on at Temple Israel this week.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. I've got a few announcements. I'll kind of go down the list and from there. Excuse me. All right. Tomorrow, join with Rabbi Fox for our weekly Torah study beginning at 8:45 at El Dorado Nature Center. Tomorrow morning is Shabbat Midabar at El Dorado Nature Center, and join us at 10 o'clock for a hike and meditation, which has been actually an excellent alternative service and activity. So I encourage you to do that. This Sunday, June 4th, we have our annual meeting of the congregation. Come at 8:30 for budget discussion, followed by bagels and coffee at 9:30 a.m., and the annual meeting will be held at 10 o'clock. So be there, and it will be a good meeting. Last, but certainly not least, we invite you to join us for the annual gala, and that's coming up. So put that, if it's not in your calendar, get it on your calendar. There's still time. Everyone can get involved here. And it's the largest fundraiser event of the year. It's Saturday, June 10th. It's at 6 p.m. And this year's gala theme is Escape the Gala, which is an escape room type event. And it should be really exciting. And it's for obviously a worthy cause. And we'll be honoring our well-deserved temple members, Linda and Rick Burney. And I have a personal story to that. I will say that they're such worthy and deserving couple. And so it's for a wonderful good cause. The other night I was in for a meeting, and I should say that I am helping to organize and kind of logistics and kind of ensure that the event goes as planned. And I was in a meeting the other night Rick was there and others, and Rick is, they're so dedicated to the synagogue that he kind of pulled me aside. He says, how is the planning? How's everything going? I said, it's going good, it's going well. He's like, let me know if I can do anything to help. And I said, you've done, you sit back, relax, and enjoy that. So yeah, a lot of nachas there. We have many classes and programs that meet weekly, so make sure that you read the Shabbat program or view our calendar on our website. And if you have any questions on how to attend one of the classes, look for emails from the temple office, and staff are happy to help. And there are a couple late entries here, so I'm going to just read them off real quickly. This is a very cool and exciting thing coming up that I'm glad the rabbi reminded me of, and I'm just going to read it off real quickly. There's an upcoming trip to Israel for the congregation, and so I've got June 19th through the 30th, 2024. So Temple Israel and Temple Menorah Discover Israel Together, led by Rabbi Fox and Cantor Cooper. So please start looking for those things. I'm pretty excited about that. That's great. And then lastly but not least, Temple Israel's Joy of Jewish Learning program, in partnership with the Sisterhood, invites you to Jews in America History, a performance by The Braid. And that's Sunday, June 11th at 2 o'clock at Temple Israel, followed by a reception in honor of our JJL patrons. So look for that as well. Looks like that's coming up. Thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom. All right, you bet. Thank you.
Youth choir, come on up. You don't need your books. You don't need your books. Oseh Shalom.
Oh, say shalom. Be no more. Oh, say shalom. Be no more. Huya aseh shalom. Huya aseh shalom. Huya aseh shalom. One, two, three, four. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Leave no more. Oh, say shalom. Leave no more. I say shalom. I say shalom. I say shalom. One, two, three, four. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down.
I want to invite us to practice a Hebrew word really quickly. The word is, repeat after me, yashar, koach. That is to say that they did an amazing job. Let's offer the words yashar koach to our youth choir. Yashar koach. Well done. Well done. Thank you for bringing us into Shabbat and for singing so beautifully. I want to invite you guys to join us just outside. We're going to continue with our Kiddush and Motzi. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Let's join just outside as we continue the sweetness of this day. Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah.
Help but notice that two of those special. I'm sure I got it. Kiddush.
So,
You're very, very gracious.
Matt Crane, who's a relative, plays guitar. Something called the Pine Beaters in Colorado.
Oh, Rabbi, he mentioned that story.
Yeah. And I was tuning up the 12 string and I broke the G. I almost fell out of my hands.
Yeah, that's.
I think I told you that I bought new strings.
I'm glad. Yeah, you met. Yeah. I'm glad they were there. All right, they always wait. Okay. All right. So I want to invite, for those of us who are here in our foyer, if you would like, there is a bit of Kiddush. So the purple one is wine, the yellow one is juice, and if you would like to have a bit of sweetness this evening, I invite you to go ahead and take one, and we're gonna do our blessing all together. Now, do any of our choir members know? Do you want to do the blessing? Okay, all right. Should we do count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzavtav lanu v'shamar shalom v'ahava u'ratzon imilanu zikaron lema'aseh b'reishit kihu yom tefillah le'nika'ei kodesh zecher b'tzion mitzrayim kibanu b'harta yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabat koshecha ve'ahava u'ratzon imnatanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh
All right, so we have a tradition at Temple Israel of marking the connectedness that we have to one another. By being connected to one another, as we offer our blessing for our challah. Just as the challah has many braids that connect one to the other, so too does our community find beauty and power in our interconnectedness. And so, if you are able to, I invite you to maybe reach out and hold the hand of someone near to you, or a shoulder. And if you are, holding the hand of someone who's holding the hand of someone who's holding the hand of someone who's holding the hand of someone who is next to the challah, then we are all connected as we offer this blessing. Let's sing together. Te'avon. Shabbat shalom, everyone.